Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me on the live stream from Michigan, Saturday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. We'll talk about Bitcoin, we'll talk about the news. We're going to focus tonight on the Binance Smart Chain DeFi sites. I'm going to give you tips and tricks and demos, and I'm going to move some crypto around for you guys. Keep in mind, this is not an investment forum, so please don't ask me to evaluate coin X. I'll just ignore you, even if you tip me. So tip at your own hazard, right? I don't know that you can take them back. All right, let's jump into this. All right, so welcome everybody. We're here again in the lair. Next to my rig, and welcome everybody. It's been a crazy week. The market has been up. You know, we're longtime believers, me and a lot of the regulars on this live stream. Basically, I'm here to educate you and help you learn how to manipulate crypto, and at the same time just buy some and get your hands on it. Not really big on trading and investing, but more about how to do it, right? So let's get started. I'm going to switch over to this screen here. A lot of people jumped in here kind of at the last minute. I was like, what am I doing here? Is that what I need to do? That looks better, right? I got my whole head in the picture, my vast forehead that you can land a plane on. So everyone's here. Let's pop out chat. I'm going to move it over to the other side and other monitor, that is, so it won't be in our way as we do these demos. I want to thank everybody for joining me once again. Scott Lee's here. Buddy Love is here. Like I said, there are a lot of regular people that join this live stream while they're cooking, watching TV, having coffee, sitting at their computer, all that good stuff. A lot of questions. I'm going to try to get to all the questions, but if I miss your question, and I think sound is working this week, eh? We had trouble with last week's sound. It was horrible. I think the first 10 minutes. Anyway, sound is working, lights are working, cameras are working, screen sharing is working, everything's good. So let's go. And before we get too much further, I would like to if I miss your question. Oh, shoot. And I think sound is working. There's a little bit of a delay there. I want to direct your attention down below the video, right? You're watching me here. Just go down below the video, and there's a lot of goodies here for you guys. There's a bunch of affiliate links that will support me and support the channel. If you choose to buy any of these products, I would humbly invite you to use my affiliate links. We've got CoinTracker. It's tax season. So CoinTracker is a really good way to track all of your movements of your crypto and your trades on your exchanges, right? You can detail all of your trades, and then if you are the type like me that like to store your crypto in your wallet, CoinTracker can also track the movements of your cryptocurrency between all of your wallets too, to help you at tax time. It's a great resource. We've got the Ledger Nano X. We've got the crypto.com. You'll get 25 bucks if you stake a card. We've got the Coinbase sign up. We've got the Kraken sign up, Binance US, Brave browser, and then my email here. So if I don't get to your question tonight, please shoot me an email. I'm doing my very best to keep up with you guys with all the emails. And then after the live stream is over, you should be able to post comments. Apparently the comment section is like disabled during the live stream. I was not aware of that. I've discovered that after I told people, please put comments. And let's see what else we got. We got the Mastering Bitcoin link. We've got the Amazon link to the Mastering Bitcoin book by Andreas Antonopoulos. Let me show you that. It's a good book if you really wanna know what's going on with Bitcoin. That's the book. And the news stories that we're going to cover tonight, I've got links to all of those for your edification. All right, if you want to read about more. And then I've got a bunch of DeFi websites here for you guys on the Ethereum blockchain and the Binance Smart Chain. You guys may not know what the heck I'm talking about, but I'm hoping that some of some of you guys are here, guys and gals, are here to learn more about Binance Smart Chain because it's been in the news lately, and it is much faster and cheaper than the Ethereum blockchain-based DeFis, right? So we're going to focus on that tonight. This Binance Smart Chain extension, which is a wallet which will allow you to convert your BNB coins from regular Binance to Binance Smart Chain, is a very helpful resource, especially for those of us here in the US. I've got links to a bunch of my DeFi videos, and I have a fairly new video that I posted probably, I think, before last week, the bunny swap video. But I've got a bunny swap video, I got a CoinTrackER, Crypterium, Dogecoin video, which I just posted that video because people were interested in Dogecoin, and I'm not really. Engine Coin, and then let's see, the Rarible website for NFTs, the Bakery Swap video. So check out my site, and then the PancakeSwap video, which I posted back on October 12th, 2020, has been getting quite a few views than my normal, few thousand, right, per video. So, check out my videos. So, let's jump into the news here. Let's go back over here. Let's see. I've got these tabs all set up here so we can check this stuff out, right? So our first story is about Bitcoin crossing 57. It actually, it's taking a well-deserved breather today. And so are the altcoins and the Binance Smart Chain based coins like BNB and Pancake and all those others. 15 minutes ago, the altcoin market took like this gut-wrenching drop. I just watched my portfolio just like chug downward, just horrible, like gut-wrenching. And it's like starting to bounce back. It was weird. It must have been, the Rothschilds or, the ghost of Epstein or whoever these shadow people are that are manipulating our markets and our lives. And it was really weird. But anyway, I think we're back to reality now. But as I was stating, the market did need a well-deserved breather. It's just been on fire lately. But 56,492. Last week we were talking about breaching 50,000. So just because it pulled back a couple of grand from last night is like no big deal, right? Ethereum took a little bit of a breather down to like 1850, and now it's back up. It's just weird. Anyway, that's all well and good. So read this story if you're into, charting and, what's going on with Bitcoin. Crazy stuff going on. I'm here to help you guys learn how to buy it, move it, all that good stuff, right? Let's see. Bitcoin must now hold above these levels to break 60, right? Another chartist trying to tell Bitcoin what to do, right? Based on charts and histories and analysis and candles and all that stuff. Bitcoin, I think these chartists are probably getting tired of telling Bitcoin what to do because Bitcoin doesn't seem to listen to any of these people much. Except the people that are predicting that it's about to go up, right? But, I think I went a couple of weeks ago. We talked about, we went down memory lane, all of the analysis of all of the major hurdles of Bitcoin. Getting rejected at 10,000, getting rejected at 20, getting rejected at 30, crossing 40 and then coming back to the low 30s, and everyone thought it was over and it came back. So, there are patterns in this world, and these chartists are going to help us with these buying patterns. They hold true. They have held true for many years. People are at their very core are driven by fear and greed, and that's kind of what makes markets function. So there is a lot to be said for chartists and what they say about prices and markets and actions and that sort of thing. But Bitcoin seems to be bucking the trend lately, right? But I invite you to read more about this article if you're interested in where Bitcoin is chart-wise and what it has to do to break the next barrier. It's looking pretty good, guys. Let's see what we got here. Elon Musk was interviewed on some show where he was debating with Peter Schiff, who Peter Schiff is a crypto basher by nature. He's a gold bug. He's also a dollar basher, you know, so you got to give the guy credit. He's consistent. I'm not going to go too much on my soapbox tonight about gold. I don't think it is a very good currency. Maybe store of value, but I did a couple of weeks ago. We did a. I got to look in my live topics here. I believe it was January 23rd, 2016. No, 16. Yes, 16. We talked about gold and how it's been manipulated. How it gets manipulated by the big banks and the big governments and the Fed and all these people by futures contracts or, you know, and I mean, I'm not talking conspiracy theory here. I'm talking about documented cases where banks had to pay huge sums because they got caught red-handed manipulating metal prices on these big exchanges, right? So gold gets manipulated, and then they always say, oh, it's been used for thousands of years. And so I asked the question, well, why don't I have any gold in my pocket? Because it is a horrible medium of exchange. It's too heavy. It's not secure to carry around. Governments and people and bankers over the years dilute its quality by mixing in other metals that aren't, you know, they chip off the coin, shave the coins and collect the shavings. I mean, the gold has failed as I'm, you know, as a currency, maybe store of value. Okay. Right. But then, you know, gold was also declared illegal. So anyway, like I said, let's not get too much on the gold bashing soapbox, right? But anyway, I'm a little bit tired of everyone telling me that Elon Musk is responsible for Bitcoin's bull run. I mean, his decision his company's decision to buy Bitcoin speaks much louder than his words. I think he's a smart guy, but nobody is, infallible. And he's got his own personality and his own intellect, and he'll say good things about Bitcoin. He'll say sort of bad things about Bitcoin. It was kind of a flippant comment that he made about Bitcoin being a BS as fiat. Bitcoin is almost as BS as fiat money, right? So he's kind of like saying Bitcoin is BS, which is kind of weird for the guy that, you know, bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin and put it in his company's books. But anyway, you know, he just like, he can say whatever he wants, right? He's like the richest man in the world. But I don't think he's responsible he's definitely not the person that invented Bitcoin. He's not the person really responsible for the Bitcoin bull run. It's been going on for 10 years, you know, from being worth a few cents back in 2008 and 9 to being worth 50,000, almost, you know, well over 50,000 now. So it wasn't him, you know. He jumped into the game a few weeks ago, and all I can read on the mainstream news is how Elon Musk is responsible for this huge bull run in Bitcoin. I'm kind of getting tired of that. But anyway, this is an article, latest thing he said about Bitcoin and, you know, Peter Schiff and all that stuff. So you might want to check out. It's an interesting article. Both smart guys, you know, don't agree 100% with either of them. Myself, I agree with some of what they say. You know, I have some gold, right? So I'm not totally against gold. I think Bitcoin's better. I think Bitcoin is the evolution of money. Anyway, that's just me. All right, now another big story, Canada's first ETF. If you're not familiar with that, it means Exchange Traded Fund. And it's basically a way to buy and sell Bitcoin or be involved in Bitcoin without actually owning it, right? You can just call up your broker and say, give me, 500 shares of this ETF, and it follows the price of Bitcoin up and down. And it just launched in Canada. It's the first one in North America, and it's just been killing it since it started. So that's good news, right? We're getting closer to an ETF in the US, and that's going to be big. For those of you who've been around since 2017, it was quite horrible. There were some years there in late 2017 through pretty much most of 2018. The ETF question, a company would apply for an ETF and everyone would get excited and the price of Bitcoin would go up, and then the SEC would deny it, and then the price of Bitcoin would crash and drag the rest of the crypto market down, and then another company would apply for an ETF and there'd be a lot of chatter about how this time would be different, and and then the SEC would reject it again and the price of Bitcoin would crash and then drag the rest of the market down, and then eventually over time it's sort of lost its impact, and Bitcoin just kind of stopped paying attention to whether or not an ETF was approved or not approved. I'm glad that is behind us, but we're sort of back with that question now, and it's looking, I think now that Bitcoin finally just said, you know what, screw it, I don't care if there's an ETF or not, I'm just going to keep going up. Now at this point, like, the ETF is kind of moot. It's like, who cares now? Bitcoin is like at an all-time high. It's worth 50 grand now. You can take your ETF and put it in your pipe and smoke it. Bitcoin's gonna be on a tear anyway. But still, we'll see when the first ETF gets approved in the U.S. It should be bullish for Bitcoin, right? Right? It might not, right? It might be one of those buy the rumor, sell the news things, and whatever. We'll find out. And let's see, what do we got here? Ooh, NYAN cat, right? I asked my daughter about this. She has heard of it. She's seen it. It's an animated GIF, actually, or GIF, however you want to pronounce it. And it's been around for a long time. But the original artist of the NYAN cat created a special one and posted it, an original digital work of art. And he doesn't know much about crypto, right? But it sold for, I don't know, what was it? 300 ETH, like $590,000. This NFT. It's a one of a kind, right? So NFTs are really big right now. We've talked a little bit about them in the past. I've got some NFTs to show you tonight. So that might be pretty cool. And let's see, where else are we going here? BNB. Okay, this is the big story, right? You guys, you heard it here first. We've been talking about PancakeSwap for the last few months. I've been doing some demos on the site, showing you how PancakeSwap works, showing you how to get funds into your Binance Smart Chain based wallet and trade in a decentralized exchange like PancakeSwap. I've talked about some others like BunnySwap and BakerySwap, and I'll talk about Kebab tonight. But yeah, we've been talking about this for a while, and PancakeSwap's volume surpassed UNISWAP, right? So that's just insane, right? So that's kind of been the big news. BNB has sort of taken a breather. It breached 300 yesterday. I think it was like 350, maybe not that high, but it was just amazingly, incredibly high yesterday. And it's pulled back. It's like 256 right now, but it's just unbelievable, just incredible. The BNB is now the third highest cryptocurrency by market cap now. It took over, it surpassed Polkadot and Cardano and Tether. right? And XRP has been left in the dust. So here we go. Who would have thought that it would have been Binance coin is now number 3. Just a pretty amazing journey that we're all on. And then this other story, which is related to that, BNB price surges as Binance Smart Chain grows in popularity with DeFi. DeFi is the, we talk a lot about Bitcoin, but I think the true, you want to call Bitcoin is the killer app for digital currency, decentralized digital currency that is secured by cryptography. But as far as, and it's great as, a method of payment and or store of value, not so much the method of payment because of its volatility, but this DeFi that we're talking about now, the summer DeFi we had with Uniswap and the Ethereum blockchain, and now, these alternate networks, Polkadot network, Binance Smart Chain network. This is what I would consider the killer app for cryptocurrency. All we're reading about is all of these mainstream people saying, hey, we think Bitcoin might be a good idea. And we're like, yeah, we knew that. We knew that like 3 years ago. And you guys were bashing us. And now you're finally coming around to, what Bitcoin is, what Bitcoin is. They have no idea that this DeFi is going to put them out of business, basically, to a certain extent. I mean, this is where, you can buy and sell, you can borrow and lend, you can stake and farm and earn money on your crypto, much more than you could ever earn at a bank. It's just an amazing ecosystem. And this is just one facet of what cryptocurrencies can do. So it's pretty amazing, guys. So once again, thanks everybody. I've got a new news site here, a Binance Smart Chain news site, which I think is pretty cool. I'm gonna pop that up into the comments, right? Before I jump into the questions, I want to quickly buy some crypto, right? So let's go over here to exchanges. Let's go to, I probably can't do this. Can I do this? I'm assuming that this is, yeah, I'm going to have to sign back in. I'm going to buy a little bit of Bitcoin on Coinbase and just move it so you guys can see that happening. A lot of people that are new and they're like, wow, what the heck is he talking about? All this DeFi stuff. Let's just buy some Bitcoin, right? As you can see, I got a little bit in my portfolio already. But all you got to do if you want to buy some crypto is sign up for Coinbase, right? It's very easy. It's just like opening a Twitter account, right? You just give them a username and a password. Your username is your email, and boom, you got your account, right? And then if you want to buy crypto, you're going to have to verify your identity. Don't get paranoid about that. This is a above board site. There are a lot of sites where we can do this. We've got Binance US. We've got Kraken. We got some foreign ones here. KuCoin is a good one. And CoinX, right? So it can be difficult when you're in the US, especially if you live in New York. So I think you can open a Coinbase account in New York. The only problem is Coinbase doesn't have a huge variety of crypto. They have pretty good selection, but there are a lot of cryptos out there that you can't buy on Coinbase. But you can buy Bitcoin. So we're going to buy a little Bitcoin. Let's hit buy. And Bitcoin is the default when you click buy, right? You can change it to one of the others if you want, but we'll stick with Bitcoin. And you can use your bank account or your debit card, right? And you just, like, if you haven't done it yet, instead of pay with, it'll probably say like add payment method. So you just, give it your bank info or your debit card info, and you're good to go. Now, when you first open your Coinbase account, be aware that your limits won't be as high as what you see on mine. I've had mine for a really long time. You might start with a lower weekly limit, right? And even your debit card might be like, I don't know, 300, whatever they start you at, right? So be aware of that. And then also be aware, if you connect your bank account and you buy some Bitcoin with your bank, it's going to take 3 to 5 business days for the transaction to clear, right? It's going to show in your account that you bought the Bitcoin, but it will be stuck there until your bank transaction clears. A lot of people think this is a scam. It's not a scam. It is the way the legacy financial system works, right? Coinbase can't be letting people use their bank accounts to purchase Bitcoin and then immediately withdraw it, because once they've withdrawn their Bitcoin, it's irreversible. Coinbase can't get it back. And if you buy Bitcoin on Coinbase with your bank account and then you withdraw it right away and then call your bank and tell them you want to reverse the charges, then Coinbase would be screwed. So that's why they make you wait. I know a lot of people get really upset. Oh, they've got my money and I can't take my Bitcoin out and they're thieves and scammers. And it's just, that's just the way the world works, right? All right, so let's buy some Bitcoin. Let's buy 50. Let's hit preview. Let's go over here, and there's a merchant fee. Be aware of that. There are cheaper ways to buy Bitcoin. We talked about Coinbase Pro is one way where the fees are cheaper, although not always right away. All right, there we got our Bitcoin. We're good there, right? And this takes us over to the Bitcoin portfolio, and now you can see I got $100 worth of Bitcoin here. All right, and we're going to go over to my Ledger Live. This is a, this is a wallet. I wiggled it around and everything else went away. This is a interface to my Ledger device, right? The Ledger device holds the private keys of these wallets. This is not the wallet. This is not where the Bitcoin goes. This is just the interface, the keys, right? Just like the keys to your car, the keys to your boat, keys to your safe deposit box. Is probably the best analogy, right? A lot of people wonder, oh, how much Bitcoin can I hold in this thing? It's like, that's not the way it works. The Bitcoin stays in its safe deposit box out on the blockchain. This is your key to opening it up, right? I don't need, the analogy ends there because I don't need the key to put anything in, right? I don't need to have this connected to actually move Bitcoin into the wallet, right? Let me show you. Let's go over here to Bitcoin main. This is an account, as they call them in Ledger Live, but it's basically a Bitcoin wallet. It has an address. And let's do receive. And we'll hit continue here. And I'm just going to say I don't have my device because I don't want to spend the time to connect it and enter the PIN and all that. And they're going to give me a Bitcoin address, right? I'll just copy it into my clipboard. We'll go back over to Coinbase. Let's go to send receive up here. We'll hit send receive. We'll hit send all. And I'll paste in the address of my Bitcoin wallet, right? I did a right click and paste. For those of you who have issues with cutting and pasting. I shouldn't be mean, but I mean, if you're having trouble with cutting and pasting, maybe crypto isn't for you, right? It's highly technical, and you need to know what cutting and pasting is. Sorry, just had to rant there. Let's hit continue. Okay, it's going to go. I'm going to send it. There is a small network fee. There is movement on the Bitcoin blockchain. There's a fee for that, and Coinbase sort of charges that to you kind of up front. I don't know if they're making money on it, if their fees are less, but I don't know. Could be. I'm going to put in my two-factor authentication, extra security from my Google Authenticator. And let's see if I got the right one here. Looks like it. And off it goes. All right. So we just bought some Bitcoin and we're going to move it to our own wallet. We're just getting warmed up, guys. I want to do this so people can understand. I mean, a lot of people that watch my videos, maybe watch this live stream, have no idea how to get their hands on Bitcoin. So I just want to explain how that happens, what you do. Right? Get some hands on your Bitcoin, open a Coinbase account, or open a Binance US account, or open a Kraken account, or open a KuCoin account. KuCoin, I don't even need to use KYC with this. All I need to do is give them a username and a password, and then I have an account. Granted, I can't move huge amounts without verifying myself, but I can set up like a standard account and move a pretty decent amount of crypto in and out of here, right? And since I can't connect my bank account because I'm a US, I guess, I don't know, I've never tried, maybe it would work. I fund this with crypto, right? I buy some crypto on Coinbase or Binance US and fund the account by making deposit in these cryptocurrency exchanges. Like CoinX is very similar. I don't connect my bank account. I never KYC'd. I just deposit crypto, do a few trades, and then withdraw, right? So for those of you in New York, you might want to look at some of these. There are also decentralized exchanges, swaps, that kind of thing. All right, so that's done. Now let me jump into the questions. I know that guys have a lot of questions. I get it. All right. I cannot access my Monero. Yikes. Could you maybe help me? Crypto Lifer. I would suggest you explain what happened in an email. I don't respond to what do they call them? PMs, private messages on Twitter. The only thing I use Twitter for is sort of marketing myself. I post links to my videos so that the people that are watching, have Twitter on their phone all day, see me tweet that I just posted a video and go watch my video. That's basically all I do. A lot of people PM me on Twitter, but I don't want to get bogged down dealing with replying to people on Twitter. It's too in your face, right? It's like people expect a response right away once you get sucked into all of that. And so I don't really engage like that on Twitter. I'm an emails kind of guy. So send me an email, explain your issue, and we'll see what we can do. Hi, I'm new to the crypto world. I have a question. Is it possible for anyone to put random words together? Then he can calculate it using any hash 256 calculator to generate a random private key. What is the word I'm looking for? There's a technical mathematical term for the space that is defined by a 256-bit key or a 512-bit key, and it is astronomical. We've talked about this many times on the live stream. It's almost like saying, all right, I'm going to take this grain of sand and I'm going to throw it out on the beach. And I want you to go through all the grains of sand until you find my grain of sand. There's nothing really marking it for you to know that it's mine, right? I know because I put something invisible on there, right? You just have to come up and show me every grain of sand that you found, and I'll tell you whether or not that was mine, right? So the chances of you accidentally, randomly generating my key are pretty slim for that beach, right? Let's think about all the beaches on the world, right? What are the odds of you accidentally, randomly generating my particular key? There's just so many combinations possible that it's like the word unthinkable comes to mind. Let's expand that, because that doesn't even cover that space, that number space, or whatever you want to call it, the set of possible private keys out there. Let's take all the planets in our solar system. Let's take all the planets in our galaxy. And we're still not even there. Let's take all of the molecules in the universe. I mean, it's just astronomically unable to wrap your head around it. There's a great video that I don't want to poke. I noticed your question didn't have enough time to look for this video, but there's a great video that explains how large that set is. It's just impossible for someone to accidentally discover someone's key that's already. Yeah. Anyway, I know that you're like, oh, come on. You know, I could probably guess a bunch and maybe catch somebody's private key. Probably not. My wife, hi Rex, my wife and I have 2 different Coinbase accounts and we are transfers and shared crypto in one ledger. How do we file tax in CoinTracker? Or we should have one account with one ledger. Thanks. You can manage multiple ledgers in one copy of Ledger Live. Multiple. I don't know if that's going to come up. Right. This video's a bit old, but the concept is there. Basically, each account is, and let's see, did that Bitcoin come in? I don't see it yet. From Coinbase? There. Okay. So the Bitcoin from Coinbase came in to my wallet, right? So it didn't take that long. But let's take a look at the account interface, right? I could have more than one Bitcoin account. So, and they can be tied to different ledgers, right? This particular Ethereum account is associated with this Ledger Nano S, right? So if I were to try to access this crypto and send it somewhere, I would need to have this one attached. This account here, this Bitcoin account, is associated with this ledger. It just depends on which device is attached to the computer when you create the account. So you can have multiple accounts in Ledger Live that are tied to different ledgers. Now, if you and your wife are mingling your Bitcoin in the exact same account, then I don't know that there's any way for CoinTracker to really help you. I mean, you can use CoinTracker, but you'll have to sort of manually determine which transactions, incoming and outgoing, belong to you and which belong to your wife. You have to do it manually if you're mingling your Bitcoin in the same account, which it sounds like maybe you are, right? So in the future, maybe create a new account, and then you can name them whatever you want. So, I mean, we could just like name this account like, you know, my wife's Bitcoin, or, you know, Lonnie's Bitcoin, and then the other one can be Reggie's Bitcoin or whatever, you know. You can name them appropriately. And like I said, they can be associated with each of your ledgers, right? And then you can even like say in the account name, this account is Ledger X, or this account is Ledger S, right? Like Bitcoin Ledger S or Bitcoin Ledger X, right? So you can keep them straight in your head. Now, Ledger Live will tell you when you connect the wrong device and you try to make a transaction outgoing, it'll tell you, oops, something went wrong because you've got the wrong device attached. So Ledger Live won't forget which device is associated with which account. But it might help if you name them appropriately so that you won't forget, so that you won't get that horrible feeling in your gut when you try to move your Bitcoin and you get an error message, right? Just make sure the right device is attached when you access the account. Let's see. Binance, we're talking. KYC, didn't know Justin's son. Win some, lose some. Dex's Uniswap is best, but high fees under Ethereum. We're going to talk about the Binance Smart Chain tonight. Okay. Oh, there's PGZ 206 gave me a nice tip. Thank you very much. What's the best site with low fees? I just showed you guys Coinbase. But if you have a Coinbase account, then you might want to check out Coinbase Pro. A little more advanced interface, but lower fees, right? And then you've also got Crypto.com, which is a cryptocurrency exchange on your phone. And they have pretty decent fees, especially if you use their fiat wallet. If you transfer your money from your bank into their fiat wallet, the fees are pretty low. Right, as you can see, I don't use the fiat wallet that much. I'm kind of an impatient guy. I don't like to wait 3 or 4 days for my transfer to clear. But that's a pretty cheap way. And then they occasionally have deals where if you, like, let's say you want to purchase some crypto. Let's say we want to buy some Ethereum, all right? And you use your debit card. They charge you a fee for that, just like Coinbase does. But they have programs where they'll waive those fees occasionally. During the pandemic, early days of the pandemic, back in 2020, they waived all credit card and debit card fees for like 3 months, and then they extended it another 3 months. That finally came to an end. But I think also now they have this thing where if you are new and you sign up for an account, you get the first 30 days of debit card purchases with no fees, right? Your first 30 days. So that's a pretty cheap way to buy some crypto, right? While we're here, I'm going to roll over to the accounts. And as you can see, I got some crypto.com coin in there. I'm going to sell that CRO for Ethereum. Pretty simple to do. And I'm just going to confirm that. And now, if I go back over to accounts, you can see now that I've got some Ethereum, right? We're gonna move that Ethereum in a bit, so I just kind of wanted to show you how easy it is to trade on Crypto.com. I just basically swapped one token for another, but I could have just as easily bought the Ethereum with my debit card or from the fiat account if I had some money in there that I put in there in advance, right? For pretty decent low fees, right? But we'll revisit that in a minute. Let me see if I can get caught up with questions. Let's see here. Too many. I'm never gonna get them all. But okay. Neurocritic serve dips crypto just begins like the internet hodl. Neurocryptic serve. Thank you for the tip. I really appreciate it. It's always helpful to have people throw in a little bit of cash. I always love that. Thank you so much. And let's see, your PancakeSwap video was my first video to start lending crypto, and I was so lost. That's Cheddar Craig. I'm going to try to help. And the reason I'm focusing on the Binance Smart Chain tonight is that I have been getting a lot of questions on that PancakeSwap video lately because everybody's like, hey, what the hell is PancakeSwap? And they're Googling it and finding my video. And I've been getting some questions about how do I cash out and that sort of stuff. So I'm going to try to cover all that the best I can tonight. Scott's here. That's great. Cheddar King. But after a few weeks learning through other outlets, I watched it again and got it down to 3 days ago. Got it down 3 days ago. Oh, cool, Cheddar. I didn't read the end of the story, did I? It had a happy ending. Cool. Bobby. Hi, Rex. I have a Nano S that I bought 3 years ago. I never opened the package, but using the X instead. Do you think I will be able to update the S? I don't know. I've heard some horror stories about people not being able to update their Ledger Nano, their older Ledger Nanos from like 3 years ago because of the firmware upgrades. I don't know why the technology is such that once you are too far behind, it just doesn't function properly. I'm not sure why it's not backwards compatible, but my advice is and always has been, please keep your devices up to date. And if you've got a Ledger Nano S or X in a drawer and you're like, for a rainy day, there's nothing wrong or it's critical. But take it out of the drawer once or twice a year and just connect it to Ledger Live and make sure that it's all the way it's updated. The firmware gets updated and everything else. So I'm not sure, Bobby, but you probably may not be able to upgrade that firmware at all. I've had people tell me that it's unupgradable once there's a certain point in the past where it won't recognize it anymore to run the update. But if you had been periodically updating that, then it probably would have been okay. But I know you haven't even taken it out of the box yet. You might give it a try, but I think it might not work. Right? It may not update properly. Ledger Live won't recognize it at all. Financial system is just hopeless. Mine clears immediately on Coinbase. I can move it off platform as soon as I buy it with my debit card. Yes, that's why I use the debit card tonight. The bank account, not always, right? I don't know if they'll ever fix that. You would think that after a certain amount of time, if you are a regular customer and you've been with them for a long time and you've made many purchases, that they might ease those restrictions for their longtime users, but probably not, right? Because of the whole nature of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, the transactions are irreversible. So if I scam Coinbase out of some crypto by, like canceling a bank transaction or reversing a credit card, I don't think they take credit cards. But there are a lot of ways to do it, right? Sad to say, in the legacy banking system. I used to work at a computer store, and we would have guys that would come in on Saturdays, usually with a check, that wanted to buy like a couple of printers, a couple of grand. And, we'd run their bank account through our check system. And, if they had never written bad checks before, they would come up clean. And even if we did like a bank, we'd call the bank and verify that the money was in this bank, right? And then they'd buy a couple of HP printers, they'd leave, and then they'd go withdraw all the money from their bank account. And then they would just rinse, repeat, right? They would just open new bank accounts, or they had already had 50 different bank accounts, and every week they'd scam a different computer store, or they'd scam like 5 or 6 different computer stores on one Saturday. So there's all kinds of shenanigans that people can do with bank accounts. So that's why Coinbase waits for the money to clear before they will release the funds. That's just the way it works. When I say release funds, I mean allow you to withdraw your cryptocurrency. What's going on with Cosmos on Ledger Live? Staking has stopped since February 18th. I don't know. I did a video on staking Cosmos. I don't know if Cosmos updated or something, and the staking feature is not working in Ledger Live anymore. I don't know about that. I'm sorry, but I wasn't aware of that. It's possible. It's always evolving. And whenever something changes, like in a cryptocurrency, like Polkadot or Kusama or Cosmos, and they've upgraded their systems or their software or whatever, the developers have to go update their app firmware for the ledger, right? And they don't always. Sometimes they might run into a roadblock. I'm talking about the people that actually the people that work for Cosmos, that are actually developing the apps on the Ledger platform, right? This isn't Ledger. This is just when Ledger allows a cryptocurrency to work on their platform. They don't, Ledger aren't the ones actually writing the apps, right? They, they have specifications and all that stuff, but the developers are the ones that are actually updating the code on the apps. So, you've got the Ethereum app, you've got the Digibyte app, all these apps that are, installed on your device. That's software in a way. It's like kind of software, firmware kind of stuff. So maybe Cosmos developers have hit a snag in their app development for the ledger, and maybe that's why the staking isn't working, or maybe it was deliberate. I don't know. But hopefully that will be solved, right? There are other ways to stake Cosmos, like on their website using the Ledger-based wallet where the private keys, but not through Ledger Live, perhaps. Maybe that you might want to explore that and see. Saw that on Ledger, need to download new app to manage coins. But I think it's still staked. Right, yeah, when you unstake... if unstaking is not working, that'd be a little distressing, but I'm hoping that maybe you can unstake it and go through that unbonding period and then move the crypto off. before you know, just move it to an exchange or a different wallet, and then maybe go stake it somewhere else after that. That would be my suggestion. Trezor's great. I love Trezor. I've done some videos on Trezor. Keep Key. I think I have a Keep Key video, actually. It's kind of old. Let's Keep Key. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so I have a setup Keep Key. Oops. I had put a link to an earlier video there and never actually clicked. So I just threw up 2 links there to some videos of mine. But yeah, I have a Keep Key video, as you can see here. And then there's another one on how to interface with Shapeshift. But that might be a little outdated. These are kind of old. My mom just texted me. John Travolta's mansion is for sale. We're looking for a new house, and maybe we can buy John Travolta's mansion. Who is AnySwap? Who's into AnySwap? I'm not sure. I've never heard of AnySwap. Don't use a VPN to use Binance in the US. Yeah, you can get away with that for a certain amount of time. But, and I was always wondering why I was able to do it after they sort of knew I'm a US customer, because I accidentally would log in a couple of times and they would say, ooh, you're in the US. You better like get your stuff off our platform by a certain amount of time, blah, blah, blah. Or you'll have to deal with tech support. And I continued to use it for a while. Binance. We're talking about the international Binance exchange, right? Not Binance US. But then one fine day, I tried to trade, and they were like, nope, even with my VPN. So I think at some point they flag accounts, right? All right. Dumb question, but I'm new to all this. Why do different coins have different minimum you can buy? Not really sure about that one. Why would coins... I don't, depending on how much it is in US cash, might be. So if like a coin is only worth a penny, then maybe however many of those coins equals $20 might be your minimum. Whereas like with Bitcoin being worth 50,000 a coin, there may be a small increment of Bitcoin that is your minimum that's worth like 20 or 30 bucks or whatever. Different exchanges have different minimums. Crypto.com has like a minimum withdrawal of 0.003 Bitcoin. I think it's 0.003, which used to be like 40, 50 bucks. And now it's more like $120 worth of Bitcoin, maybe 150 now. So, and that's just a hard Bitcoin amount. It has nothing to do with US dollars, right? And that's their minimum. So, but now it gets more expensive as time goes by, as the price of Bitcoin goes up. But I'm not sure which exchange you're talking about, but different coins have different values. So their minimum, the minimum might just be a dollar amount, right? And different coins having different prices might have different minimums. Might be different dollar amounts too. I don't know. That would be one for the ages. I don't know why they would have different minimums on different coins. That in that sense. They probably have their own reasons, right? CryptoDad, any information on Math Wallet? You've used Move Harmony Wallet is broken. Didn't know Harmony Wallet was broken. I've heard of Math Wallet. I've never used it. Sorry, I can't help with that right off the bat. How does the swap in Ledger Live work? I gotta tell you guys, I am not a huge fan of the buy, sell, swap in Ledger Live. I get a lot of people asking me about it and saying, why don't you use that? And the main reason I don't is because it's not really happening from within Ledger. It seems like it is because it's here on the side. But what they're actually doing is working with a third party called Coinify. So when you enable buy, sell, swap in Ledger Live, you're basically connecting to they're forcing you to create a Coinify account. I'm not a huge fan of Coinify. partly because I'm not that crazy about their interface, and had some trouble with their KYC. Was difficult, and they use a third party for KYC. So like I'm trying to do a swap, and they're like, okay, now you got to sign up for Coinify, and okay, we're going to sign you up for Coinify, but first you got to pass our KYC, which is handled through our third party, and then you're trying to do a selfie, and it's not working right, and it's not seamless. So I'm not a huge fan of the Ledger Live buy, sell, swap stuff, right? Because I'm not a huge fan of Coinify. And it is used, it's not really, it's sort of like they're enabling you to do it, so it feels like you're doing it right on your ledger, but you're really not. You're really using a third party exchange to actually trade cryptocurrency. And so I would prefer to use one of my preferred exchanges like Coinbase or Binance US or KuCoin or Kraken, right? I don't use Coinify, and so Ledger Live has these features. I don't want to bash them. But for all of you people out there that are new to crypto and you're trying to wrap your head around this, and you're kind of like, well, why don't you just use the buy, sell, and swap in Ledger Live? Isn't that easier? To me, it's not. To me, they're sort of like forcing me to use a service I don't care for. That's just me having this. All right. I'm gonna move on to moving some crypto after I get to some of the questions. KuCoin is pretty good. Binance, you can get away with a VPN on Binance for a little while. Of course, you'll have to use the base account. You can't use a higher tier account because those require identity verification, even on Binance. But if you're like in Asia or you're in Europe or whatever, you should be able to verify your identity with Binance in those areas, right? Just not in the US, right? We're going to talk about Binance Smart Chain in a bit, and I'll tell people how to deal with those issues, right? Because we can't access international Binance, right? Cosmos, okay. Barbara K, are you aware of the problem with hacking from other countries? There'll always be hackers, Barbara. Most of the hacking that gets done on cryptocurrency wallets is what they call social engineering. They trick the end user into revealing their 24-word recovery phrase or their private key. It's pretty rare, and I mean, I don't want to speak in definites, but it's pretty rare that hackers actually hack your computer remotely to steal your private keys off your computer. I know it's not unheard of, but it's much more common for a hacker to phish you with an email or a text or a phone call and trick you into revealing your recovery phrase, which gives them access to your wallet, right? They can just do a restore to their own wallet and then transfer your crypto. They're not reaching in to your computer from Poland and like ripping the Bitcoin out of your computer, right? It's not really how the hacks work. It is possible because certain types of desktop wallets, the private keys are stored on your computer, and if someone has compromised your computer remotely, then they could steal that. But those are fairly rare. As long as you have a firewall and antivirus and make it hard on these guys, it's pretty rare that that's gonna happen, right? Have reasonable computer security. I'm learning so much since I've been on YouTube. Can you go over how I get Chainlink and Polkadot from the exchange to my ledger? Chainlink is pretty easy because it's a ERC20 token. We could easily like I could say add token here and choose link, right? And it's going to give me an Ethereum address, which is very similar to well, it's exactly the same as the main Ethereum wallet, right? Ethereum wallets, all their ERC20 tokens have the same main address, right? And then you would just go to Coinbase and buy some Chainlink and use this address as your destination. And then your Chainlink would appear in your Ledger Live, right? That's a pretty simple case. Polkadot's a little more difficult because you need a third-party app to store Polkadot on a ledger. I'll direct you to a video that I made on that. Let's see where we are here. Let's go back. Polkadot. The dog's up there barking. How to purchase Polkadots and store them on the ledger. The video is a little bit old. I think it's still pretty relevant. The Polkadot website may have been updated a little bit since then, but the concept is the same, right? I explain how you download the Polkadot app onto your ledger and then go to the Polkadot website and start and create an account based on your ledger and store your Polkadot there. Right. So that would be, I would direct you to that step by step on getting started there. Always start with small amounts. Make sure that they get to where you're trying to, and then always try to move it out before you put all of it in there, right? Don't like say, oh, it worked. I moved it onto my ledger. Now I'll just put my whole 10 grand worth of Polkadot in there. And then you go to try to move it out and you're like, oops, there's a kink going on here. Always move some in and move some out when it's brand new to you, right? And then once you're confident that you can move it in and out, then store however much you think you need to store in there. That'd be the way to go. Kraken has pretty low fees. Good. That's good. Cannot update ledger 2.213. Is this normal? I wouldn't say that. Doesn't sound normal to me. But there's always issues with Ledger Live. Let's see where we're running here. I'm at 2.21.3. That's the latest one. If you're not on the latest version of it, when you go to portfolio, it will say, there'll be like a blue bar that says you need to update your ledger. If that fails, and it does sometimes on computers that, for whatever reason, a software issue or whatever on your computer, then you could go to the Ledger website and just download the latest installer and install it. I also have a video on troubleshooting Ledger issues. Whoops. Yeah, I believe that's it. Not that. That's different. Ledger. Yeah, this one. This one. Perform a clean install. So I give you tips and tricks on how to do a clean install of Ledger Live if you're having software issues downloading and installing the latest version of the software, right? So check out that video. All right, let's go to. There's a couple of things I want to show you. I hope I have time to do everything tonight. But I use Metamask to manage my for doing the PancakeSwap and the Binance Smart Chain. There are other wallets you can use. A lot of people tell me that Trust Wallet is much simpler. It is and it isn't. To me, it can be a little tricky because you've got to have your phone here and then you scan a code and they connect with each other. And then all of the transactions have to be verified from your Trust Wallet on your phone. Can be a little tricky if you're a newcomer and you're like dealing with your computer and your phone, and it's sort of like the Ledger in a way. But so I'm gonna stick to MetaMask. So we're just gonna launch MetaMask here. And the first thing I want to point out to you guys is that this is MetaMask. In its Ethereum form, right? So let's take this Binance, or let's take this wallet address. let's go to account details. There is the address of the MetaMask wallet. And I want to move a little Ethereum in here. So let's go over to our crypto.com. I'm going to tap on the Ethereum there. And I want to transfer this Ethereum into my MetaMask wallet. So I'm going to tap transfer, and I'm going to do a withdraw of my Ethereum to an external wallet. I'm going to tap external wallet. Now, I have a lot of wallets, but I don't believe I've ever sent anything to this particular wallet. I don't see it listed there. So I'm going to hit the plus up there on the top right to whitelist this little wallet, this new wallet. It's going to be a wallet address. And there you see that little QR code icon on my crypto.com. I'm just going to tap that. And then no big deal. I'm going to scan that QR code. I was going to like try to, okay, now here's something that happens that's a little tricky. Notice that it has the word Ethereum at the front of this address. That is not going to take, right? You're going to have to edit that. It happens in some wallets. So I'm just going to tap here, and I'm going to just erase that Ethereum word. And so now I just have the address. I'm going to call this one MetaMask. And I'll hit continue. And now I have a two-factor I need to add. I've got it in my Google Authenticator. It's almost expired. I'm going to let it expire. Right? And then when I get a fresh one, I'm going to tap it, which copies it into the clipboard of my phone. We're going to slide back over to crypto.com. We're going to paste and continue. All right. Now, this is just to verify the address. I'm not going to click that open email link. I'm going to wait for the email to come in to my Gmail. I'm going to tap it from my phone alert, and then I'll got the email open. I'm going to confirm that withdrawal address. I'll reopen Chrome. I'll let Chrome reopen, and that should pop up a link for me to switch back over to crypto.com. I know that was some gymnastics there. This used to just like automatically disappear, but it doesn't. So I'm just going to hit that little X, and then you'll notice that it hasn't appeared yet. I'm going to back out and go back in, and there it is. I know, it's kind of funky, right? All right, so now I've got the address whitelisted. I'm going to withdraw the Ethereum to my MetaMask wallet. Let's do it all. I always advise you guys to do a small amount first, but I'm a professional, so I know what I'm doing. I'm just going to do it all. Let's hit withdraw all max. And there's going to be a small fee, of course. Keep those in mind. I'm going to need my two-factor again for the withdrawal. So we'll go back over. We'll tap the code in Google. We'll slide back over to crypto.com. We'll tap and paste. And the withdrawal should work. All right. It's been submitted to them. It might take it a few minutes to actually get done. But I just want you to see how you can fund a MetaMask wallet with Ethereum for normal, like Uniswap stuff, right? From an exchange, right? Always want to show you new ways of transferring crypto from one place to another, right? We can get rid of this. We can go back. I wanted to, yeah, that was kind of distracting me behind there. So let's go back here. Let's see. I don't know. It probably won't happen right away. So we'll just revisit it. But what I'd like to do now is show you that this Ethereum wallet, see, it says it's 0 Ethereum. We can, okay, there it is. It just came in. So we lost a little bit in the transfer. I'm not going to sweat it. But there, I just transferred. Now, this is what we normally use MetaMask for, Ethereum wallets, right? MetaMask is very Ethereum-centric. So you'll notice that once you get the Binance Smart Chain network set up in your MetaMask wallet, that sometimes when you're transferring the BNB, it calls it ETH because it was created as an Ethereum-based type wallet. So even though you can create a new network and use Binance Smart Chain, there's still some little quirks to it. All right. So I can switch networks from my Ethereum mainnet to my Binance Smart Chain. Now, when I do that, you'll notice that the wallet completely changes. It's like a completely different wallet. Same Ethereum address, right? But it is configured to recognize the Binance Smart Chain tokens, right? And there we go. We got some Binance Smart Chain tokens on there, right? Now, how do you do this? I've got a standalone video on how you configure a wallet, oh, pardon me, a MetaMask wallet for the Binance Smart Chain. Not too long ago, I did it right here. This video will explain step by step how you set up your MetaMask wallet to interface with the Binance Smart Chain. But that's just getting the Smart Chain set up, right? Basically, you go into, let's go here. Let's turn that off. Basically, you go into your MetaMask settings, right? And then you go down here to networks and you create a new network. And then there's Binance Smart Chain settings, and these are the settings. In that video, I give a link to the configuration settings that you need. There's some tutorials, web tutorials that walk you through. They're not that difficult. I mean, you can name it whatever you want. This is the main URL and then the chain ID. And this stuff is just optional, right? So it's not rocket science to set up the Binance Smart Chain network. And then once you have it added to your MetaMask list of networks, you can easily switch between them, right? So we're switching between the Ethereum-based MetaMask wallet, which has this ERC20 or Ethereum address, like it ends in 041C. And when I switch over to the Binance Smart Chain, the address is the same, right? But don't send your regular Ethereum and expect it to show up in your Binance Smart Chain. Notice there's no Ethereum in here. I have to be on the Ethereum network to see the Ethereum, right? So just sending regular Ethereum is not going to show up in your Binance Smart Chain wallet, all right? Even though it's the same address. Same with like a Binance Smart Chain token. Don't try to send it to an Ethereum address and expect it to show up in an Ethereum-based wallet. The Ethereum-based wallet won't see it. And while we're on this subject, I would like to point out, this is something that I'm going to take this address, right? Now I have this, let's get the news down. Let's get the exchanges down. Not that. This one. This tutorial is pretty good on how you deal with the Binance Smart Chain, right? On the Binance Smart Chain Blockchain Explorer. So I'm going to show you, it's here, right? I'm going to take the address and I'm going to paste in that address. Actually, now that it's pasted in, I'm going to put that link to the Binance Smart Chain Blockchain Explorer, right? I took the address of this wallet. I'm going to search for it. Now, interestingly enough, it shows that I have this BNB balance, right? But also note that it has the Ethereum icon here, right? And sometimes, like when you send it, it'll actually say it's ETH, right? Now, there it says that it's ETH and it has the ETH icon. It's not ETH, it's BNB. So it says ETH, it has the ETH icon, but it also says BNB. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're dealing with the Binance Smart Chain. All right. But what I wanted to point out to you was that, let's cancel this. Notice there, when I look on the Binance Smart Chain, that it's telling me there's some tokens in there. I'm like, what? What? Where? $8.78 worth of tokens. Let's pull it down and see what's in there. Oh, look, there's some bunny token in there. I have $8.78 worth of bunny token in this wallet, but it's not showing up here. This is a common complaint with people. They'll make a trade and then they'll ask me, well, where is it? It's not showing up in my Metamask wallet. I went to the Ethereum blockchain explorer and pasted it in there, and it's still not showing up. Because you probably bought a Binance Smart Chain pegged token like Binance Smart Chain Tether or Binance Smart Chain DOT or whatever, and it's not going to show up by using the contract address of regular Polkadot or regular Tether. Let me show you what I mean. I don't see those bunny tokens in here. I would like to, because supposedly they're in there, right? So I'm going to go here to this bunny token website. Notice what I did there. I'm looking at the wallet address up here. I can see my BNB balance, and I see this token. I can pull it down and then click this link. It takes me to the bunny token page on the Binance Smart Chain Explorer, and I can get the contract address of bunny token. Now, let's go back to our Ethereum, or our Metamask wallet. Let's go down here to add token, and we're going to choose custom token, and we're going to paste in that contract address. You've probably done this before on the Ethereum side, and lo and behold, it sees that that is the bunny. It autofills bunny and the decimals. Let's hit next. And woo, where's that bunny? It's got to be okay, 0.0, pardon me, 0.081 bunny. Right? And there it is. See? There we go. Now we know what's in there. It's not showing me the price, but it's not showing me the price of any of these. I wish it would. Maybe it doesn't in the Binance Smart Chain. But anyway, so that's how you show tokens that maybe you purchased on an exchange and then they're not showing up in your MetaMask wallet, but they will show up in your in the exchange. So let's go to one of the exchanges. Let's go to PancakeSwap. Let's switch over to this wallet. Notice that I was connected to a different wallet. But let's go to that one. I believe it's this one, Binance Smart Chain. Let's connect it. All right. Now we're connected to that wallet through BunnySwap, right? Now, and you see there's that 5 BNB. Now, if I click this and pull it down, there's the bunny. It shows up here, right? I added it at some point in the past. But if you had any of these others, like say Bake or whatever, you would see your balance here. You just wouldn't see it in MetaMask unless you manually added it. Now, sometimes when you make the trade, it will actually have, like, I think Uniswap has that link now. After you make a trade, it has like a little link that says add to MetaMask, and it will like do it for you. All right. I'm going to show you guys how to fund this wallet from Binance US, right? But let me catch up on questions, right? You guys are probably screaming, what is he talking about? Okay. I'm going to scroll back up here. Okay, so Gabrielle is asking how we cash out. And I'll show how to do that. Why don't I show you how to do that first? Because that can be a little tricky. Let's say, okay, I want to cash out one of these BNBs. How do I do it? Right? It's Binance Smart Chain BNB, so I can't just transfer it to Binance US. Those of you who can't run Binance US, those of you in New York, This isn't going to work for you, but this should work for the vast majority of everyone else. You need to have a little trusty wallet called Binance Chain Wallet. And let me, Binance Chain. Binance Chain Wallet will actually convert the BNB for you. So basically, the idea here is that whatever you have bought and traded for on a PancakeSwap, whether it's cake or bunny or whatever it is that you bought, and you want to cash out, the quickest path to that is to convert to BNB, right? Trade your cake for BNB so that you've got it converted back to BNB. Let's just assume that I've done that, right? And I bought some cake when it was cheap, and then it got high, and I sold it for BNB. And now I've just got some BNB in here, and I want to cash out. So I need to convert it to regular BNB. So let's go to the Binance Chain Wallet. Now, up here is where I can switch between the networks. I'm not too crazy. I don't know what this Ethereum network, I haven't played around with it, but we're just dealing with these two networks. These are our the two networks that we're interested in right now. So I'm going to put some Binance Smart Chain BNB in here. So I'm going to switch over to Binance Smart Chain. There's some in here already, but let's just say, okay, I'm going to copy that address. I'm going to go over to my Metamask wallet, and I'm going to do we go to the BNB, we'll hit send, and we're going to paste in the address of that Binance Chain wallet. Right? Let's just put 0.5, right? BNB. Let's hit next. Let's hit confirm, and it shouldn't take too long. Don't want to cash out completely of your BNB, because the BNB is the juice that pays for fees, right? So you don't want to transfer all of your BNB out, just enough. Always leave some BNB in there for fees, right? Especially, and if you've got other tokens and zero BNB, you're not going to be able to move it, just like you can't move ERC20 tokens out of an empty Ethereum wallet, right? Let's go back over here. And there it is. All right, now here's the tricky part, right? I need to convert this to regular BNB so I can move it to Binance US and cash out. So first thing I'll do is I'll switch over to the Binance Chain network, right? And I'm going to click the address so that I have the receiving address in my clipboard. Now I'm going to switch back to Binance Chain network where I've got this BNB. Let's hit send, and I'm going to paste in the cross-chain address, right? The BNB BEP2 address, right? And it knows, like, oh, wait, that's a BNB address. That's going to be a cross-chain transfer. I'm not going to move it all. I'm just going to move the 0.5. All right, let's hit send. There, it says, okay, I'm moving it from the Binance Smart Chain to the Binance Chain. I know the terminology is confusing. There's a smart and a not so smart, right? We'll hit send, and it moved pretty quick. Now let's switch back over to this regular Binance Chain, and we should see some Binance come in here shortly, and that's it. Is that it? No, it's not. Let's just give it a minute. I always hate these moments, right? Oh. I hope I did that right. What was that, like 150 bucks? Okay, didn't happen as fast as I would like. But I can go to here and see where I sent it, right? Yeah, that's the right address, right? I know that address, right? Let's go back. Okay, there it is. All right. So it moved from one chain to the other. Now that I've got it here, now I can go over to my exchange. And now I can deposit this BNB. Oh, I need both, right? I need the memo, right? So we got to be careful here. We got to use the memo, right? So I've got a BEP address and a memo. So let's go here to get the address. Let's go over here. Whoops, wrong browser. All right. So we're going to send this converted BNB. There's the address. What that? It just like auto-filled a memo? That's kind of weird. Let's go back here to Binance. 100,327,254. Oh, yeah. I don't know how it knew it, but it did. Maybe I've sent it there before. But let's just say we didn't, right? I need to paste in the memo address, right? So now we need to double check what we've done here. We need the BNB address and the memo. And we got it, right? It's looking good. I'm still not going to move it all. Just 0.5. Let's hit send. Binance chain to Binance chain. From one address to another. From my wallet to my Binance US accounts. Hit send. And we just cashed out. Now we can go back over. Well, we haven't cashed out yet, right? We're still in the midst of depositing. So let's go to deposit and withdrawal history. Let's go to deposit and crypto. And we should see that BNB coming in shortly. There it is, right? It's confirming on the Binance blockchain. Usually BNB confirms fairly quickly. And I think it did already. That was quick. Let's go back again. Oops, deposit and crypto and done. Completed. Boom. All right, now I can just sell it all, right? I can trade BNB for US dollar, right? And then convert that to dollar and then go back up here and I can do a withdrawal. Once I've sold the BNB for dollar, I can do the withdrawal of dollar to my own bank account, which I need to add, right? I don't have that set up. But you can add, like a bank transfer, or it can, I think you can send it to your debit card, right? All right. So we kind of went backwards, right? We did how do we withdraw it, right? I kind of wanted to show you guys how you get money in there, right? The getting the money in there isn't quite as complicated, right? I wanted to show you guys this. I don't know, the tax man's watching, but I don't know. People are always asking me, isn't that taxable? I'm like, well, yeah, it probably is, but I've got CoinTracker, so I don't care. It's going to keep track of all these for me. But I wanted to show you how, let's say I got a bunch of assets here, and I just want to combine them, right? I get like trading bonuses from them when people sign up through my link. And I get a lot of dust, right? You can see I got a lot of dust here. But if it's more than $10, I can trade it for something else. So let me show you guys some quick trading tips. And this is like not very good trading. This is just like down and dirty. Let's just convert the coins and get them off, right? We'll start with VET. We're going to do trade. What can I trade? VET as US Tether. Okay, I'll do, I would do US dollar, but I think that's more taxable if I trade for dollar. So I'm going to try to keep it crypto to crypto. I may be wrong, but I'm just like guessing that that's less taxable. So I'm going to trade my VET for US Tether. Right, we'll just go to market, and I'm going to sell 100% of the VET. And I got a market order. We're good. All right. And now I've got some Tether. Let's take this ADA. We could trade that for Tether too. right? Let's do a market so it happens right away. Let's sell 100% of it. And we just got another market order created. Market orders execute immediately. All right, there we go. Now we've got more Tether. Now let's trade this Bitcoin for Tether. We'll do that. Let's go to market. Let's go 100% of the Bitcoin and sell it. There we go. Now we're consolidated down, almost down to pure BNB. Let's trade the dollar for BNB. That's probably taxable, but that's okay. Now this time I'm buying. So I have to be a little bit more careful, because if I just try to buy 100% of the BNB, it's probably, oh, it worked. Sometimes it fails. Sometimes you have to shave down a little less than 100% to get the order to go through, but I got lucky. All right, and now all we got to do is convert the Tether to BNB. So we can do that. Let's see, we can do that here, right? Let's sell our US Tether for BNB. Oh, but they just go, it's either buy or sell BNB, right? Let's go to market. What are we doing? We're buying BNB. Let's hit that 100% again and see what happens. Oh, it did that too. Okay, I'm okay with that. Now we've consolidated everything into BNB only. Now I want to put that in PancakeSwap so I can go out and play, right? So I want to withdraw that. Where am I going to withdraw it? Do not withdraw that BNB into your Binance Smart Chain wallet. It will not work, right? You can't just go to your Binance Smart Chain wallet and withdraw that BNB to this address. It's not going to work, right? You're going to be filled with heartache. Now, you can do it. Just don't do it, right? You might be able to recover it in other ways, but we want to convert it to Binance Smart Chain. Unfortunately, you cannot withdraw BNB to a Binance Smart Chain address directly, right? From Binance US. It won't let you. Binance will. If we were using regular Binance, there would be a choice up here. BEP2, BEP20, they have like all kinds of conversion facilities, right? So if you still have a Binance account, use your regular Binance account to do this. I'm speaking to people in the US that can't do this, right? Because they can't access Binance. So we need to convert it to BEP2, or we need to send it to a BEP2 address first. So we'll use our trusty Binance Chain wallet one more time. Let's go here. This time we're going to, I'm just moving some of it right back because I moved it. We started here, right? We're in the Binance Chain network, right? So we've got Binance Chain BNB on our Binance US account. So first of all, we're going to move it into this Binance Chain network wallet, right? So we'll copy the address into our clipboard. We'll go back over to Binance US. We'll paste in that address, right? It starts with a BNB. We don't need the memo when we're sending it to our own wallet. Optional. All right? We'll send it all. Throwing caution to the wind, aren't we? Let's hit submit. Let's put in our Google Authenticator code for Binance US. The dog's up there having fun. All right, I got to confirm this withdrawal with an email. There we go. Binance withdrawal, confirm withdrawal. Okay, we're good. Now we can go over to our withdrawal interface and choose crypto. And we can see that BNB is processing out. It's going to take it a couple of minutes to end up in our wallet, but it will. It doesn't really take that long to withdraw BNB. Like other coins, it might take longer, right? So I'll just wait a few minutes for that BNB to show up in this wallet, and then I'll show you how to move it into Pancake. Let me see if I can get caught up on some questions. What's the best exchange to do the borrowing program? I'm not a big believer in leveraging when you're using crypto or borrowing crypto. That's kind of like leveraging it. But there are a lot of sites that are offering that. I think you can do it on Binance, if I'm not mistaken. I think BitFi, I think it's BitFi, will allow you to borrow crypto. But these are collateralized, right? You have to borrow with collateral, and then you could get liquidated if the price goes below a certain amount. It's kind of risky, so I wouldn't recommend it. And then there are also DeFi apps like, I don't know that you can do it on Polkadot, but I know you can do it with Kava. Like Kava has a website where you can actually mint tokens. You can borrow based with collateral, but you have to be careful to not over leverage yourself, because you can get liquidated if your collateral, the price of your collateral gets below a certain price, right? So there is risk involved in borrowing crypto. I'm more the type that likes to lend my crypto to the platform, which is called staking. And when you stake, you earn rewards. I prefer that. That's less risky to me, right? If the Dogecoin made people rich, why wouldn't Pi Network? There is an opportunity in every crypto. Okay. Not all cryptos are created equal. Could be a scam. I think I've heard of Pi before. I'm not a huge fan of that. Yeah, but like you say, like there's another one. I forget the name of it. They were giving it out. Kick token. They were giving it out, but they had a special smart contract that would not allow you to move it unless you signed up for their platform or whatever and gave up all your personal info. So bordering on scam, may not be a full-blown scam. Okay, so yeah. Add PancakeSwap to that last message with Trust Wallet. Setting up your crypto to get interest. It's not BitFi, it's BlockFi. Thank you, BlockFi. Nexo is great. I've never tried Nexo. Yes, I believe it's safe to farm on PancakeSwap. I heard that article that I posted earlier mentioned that Binance Smart Chain is a bit centralized because it is run by Binance. It sort of depends on Binance to a certain extent. So in that sense, but it used the Unicode code base because it was, what do they call it? Open source code. So they basically just took Uniswap and slapped it into Binance Smart Chain. Let's see how things were going over here in Binance US land. Okay, they said it's complete. Let's go back over here. Boop-a-doop. Where is it? There it is. Okay. All right. So we withdrew from Binance to our Binance Chain wallet. Now we can move it into our PancakeSwap MetaMask wallet, or MetaMask wallet. All right. Let's go back to MetaMask. Here is the Binance Smart Chain wallet. It's on the Binance Smart Chain network that I set up. All I need to do is copy the address into my clipboard and go back over here. I don't even need to switch networks. Now, I don't need to mess with this at all. I just leave that here, and we're going to send it, and I'll just paste in the address, and lo and behold, it knows that I'm sending it to a Binance Smart Chain wallet. It's going to convert it. Right? Let's do 1.5. We'll leave some in here. We'll hit send. And here we go. We're going from the Binance chain to the Binance Smart Chain network, that MetaMask address. Let's hit send. There's a network fee. And transaction successful. All right, our balance updated. Let's check our MetaMask. Take a deep breath. So it could be nerve-wracking, man. For me, when I'm alone, I'm pretty calm, but when I'm doing these live, I'm always worried I'm going to like make some kind of like stupid error while I'm like talking to somebody. There, okay. So it showed up in the wallet, right? Now, notice over here, it still says 460. Let's just refresh. Takes it a minute to do the refresh. All right, and there we go. Now, we've funded our PancakeSwap wallet, right? The Metamask wallet has been connected to our PancakeSwap website, and we can start playing around with PancakeSwap. So there are a lot of cool things you can do in PancakeSwap. We can farm. Let's go over to farms here. We'll check out farming. These are liquidity pool tokens. You can stake liquidity pool tokens. All right. But first you have to get liquidity pool tokens. Right. So how are we going to do that? Well, first we need to go back over here to the exchange. We need 2 tokens. We need 2 tokens to create a liquidity pool, to contribute to a liquidity pool. So I'm going to buy some cake with, let's just do 2, right? I'm going to click here. Now I'm on the Pancake website, so it should list cake here for me, right? Because I'm in the PancakeSwap website. When you're on the other ones, you'll see their tokens when we go on Kebab or whatever. So we're going to spend 2 because we're going to need the other 2 for our liquidity pool. When we do, and I'm going to leave like 2 left over. So first I'll do swap. And notice now, after I click here, I need to sign it with the Metamask wallet, right? So I got to hit confirm on Metamask. And that is very cheap. Much cheaper than using Uniswap. I did a Uniswap trade the other day. It cost me $78. Was not happy about that, but I wanted the token. That one costed me about 8 cents. And you saw how fast it was, right? Now I have the cake, and I've got 2 less BNB. I want to create a liquidity pool with BNB and cake, because if you look over here on farms, like the cake BNB liquidity pool token is like pretty good, right? There are other liquidity pools that I can enter, right? Whatever one happens to be hot right now, right? Like this one, the APR is a little higher, right? Because there are a lot of people trading in these right now. So if you're contributing to the liquidity pool, people that are trading these 2 tokens for each other, you're going to get a piece of those trading fees by participating in the liquidity pool. So, but how do we create how do we contribute to a liquidity pool? Let's go over to trade. I've got some cake token. Now let's check. Is it in MetaMask? Does it show up in MetaMask? Yeah, it does, because it was in there before. But if it hadn't, then what? All right, we could go here. We could go to cake. We could search for cake. Right, there it is, PancakeSwap token. Get its contract address. Go over to MetaMask. And add it as a token, a custom token. Paste in that contract address. It knows it's already in there. But if you bought cake and it's not showing up in your MetaMask, then that's what you would do. Right? Now that we have those 2, let's do a liquidity pool. Well, let's click liquidity. We're going to say, okay, I want to participate in a liquidity pool. I'm going to lend my tokens to your platform and participate in the liquidity pool, so that when people are trading, I'll get a little share of the proceeds, right? Part of the trading fees. So a BNB is 1. All right. And the other one's going to be cake. Let's max the cake. And it's going to use up 2 of the BNB tokens. Has to be an equal amount of both tokens. Whoops. That was weird. Huh. It's not showing supply down here. What have I done wrong? Aha, there it is. Just like... Now, if it's the very first time you've done this, you might need to say approve first. You might need to say approve cake. But it'll walk you through it. It'll have an approve button there. So you approve cake, you sign it with your MetaMask, and then the approve button becomes supply. So we're going to hit... I've already done that in the past, so I don't need to approve cake. So I'll hit supply. I'm going to get 7 liquidity pool tokens back from this transaction. I'll hit confirm that, sign it with my MetaMask wallet, hit close here. Now I'm ready to, now I'm participating in the liquidity pool. All right, I could stop here if I wanted to. Actually, let's let it confirm. Okay. I could stop right here if I wanted to and earn liquidity trading fees by participating in the liquidity pool. Before I go too much further, there is risk involved in this. The risk is 1 or 2 of these tokens could take off one way or the other and cause what's called impermanent loss. Let's look at one scenario. Let's say that BNB just goes crazy and people are buying and buying BNB out of the liquidity pool token, and you end up with like no BNB and mostly cake, right? It might have made more sense for you to just hold on to your BNB and not participate in the liquidity pool. Ideally, the liquidity pool works best by it's a steady income on high volume trading for tokens that are staying, the price is staying relatively the same, or they're both going up, or maybe even they're both, well, if they're both going down, you would have lost anyway, but just by holding the tokens, right? If you were holding the tokens and the price went down, your tokens would be less valuable. But if you're in the liquidity pool and the tokens are both going down at relatively the same rate, at least you're earning the trading fees, right? So you're going to have a little bit on top. Unfortunately, your proceeds will be in those tokens that were going down, right? So there's risk in liquidity pool. But now that we've got the liquidity pool tokens, we could go farm them and earn even more. Now, this is the first time I've done this in this particular wallet. So here I need to approve the contract. Pardon me. All right, it's going to cost me 19 cents. That's all right. Sounds like a good way to get screwed. Possibly, yeah. Now I can stake LP. Yeah, you have to be careful with liquidity pools, right? It's not for the faint of heart. There are safer ways to stake coins. I'll show you that in a sec. So now I hit stake liquidity pool. I hit max and confirm. Sign that with my MetaMask, and I'm in the liquidity pool. However, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to hang on to the liquidity pool tokens for the moment. And I'm going to show you another one called Bunny. And let's see. Bunny needs to switch to the right wallet. Is that the right wallet? Yeah, that's the right wallet. Okay. I could stake my LP tokens, Cake BNB. See the APY is much higher. And Bunny is like a compounder. They do all kinds of crazy coding stuff to like auto compound and all that kind of stuff, right? It sees that I have liquidity pool tokens. I have to approve them, and then I can stake them in Bunny and earn returns on the PancakeSwap liquidity pool tokens in Bunny. That's pretty cool. And then you just kind of keep an eye on them, right? But if the price goes one way or the other, it's not a set and forget, right? Because with liquidity pool tokens, if the price goes one way or the other, shockingly up or shockingly down, you could suffer impermanent loss. So there is a risk with those. I'm going to show you a little less risky way to stake tokens. Let's unwind that, right? So I could, if I was staking, I could unstake my liquidity pool token and just free them up, right? If I'm done staking, and I would have earned some rewards. Let's go over to back here to the exchange, to the liquidity, and it's going to show me those liquidity pool tokens shortly. Okay. A lot of people ask me this, how do I get them out, right? So you go back to liquidity, you see your liquidity here, you can pull it down, and then you can simply remove both of those tokens from the liquidity pool. Half of them, 75%, or all of them, right? I have to approve this first, sign it with Metamask, and then I can remove both of those tokens from the liquidity pool, and I'm back where I started. I've unwound that position. You can get some good returns on those, but like I said, they can be somewhat risky because of the possibility of impermanent loss, they call it. What if I just want to set and forget? Well, there's ways to do that too. I can go to pools and I can simply stake cake by itself. Not quite as sexy. I'm not going to be pulling down like sick rewards, but my coins will be earning something. And it's not bad, right? So let's say that I'm, I put in $1,000 worth of cake. I might be earning like 10, 20 bucks worth of cake a day. Maybe $5. That's nothing to sneeze at, right? But I can max this out, confirm that, sign it with my MetaMask wallet. And this one is kind of a set and forget. I can just like stake my cake and then go about my day. If cake goes up, cake goes down, it doesn't really matter. I'm still like earning cake in this pool. So these pools are for single coin staking. And you're staking them from within your own wallet in a smart contract. There is a risk of bugs. So if there's a bug in the smart contract, it gets exploited by a hacker, then you could lose your coins, right? That's a risk. But PancakeSwap is audited, right? So that's a pretty small risk, but it is a risk. You have to be aware that there are always risks involved with this kind of stuff. But the rewards are pretty darn good. APR 139% for staking your own cake in their staking pool, right? Much better than a savings account. What are the savings accounts paying now? 0.1% annually, right? So pretty good way to earn money on your crypto, right? You can do a single stake in a pool, or you can do liquidity pool tokens with add liquidity, and then you could just do the liquidity, or you could do liquidity and farm your LP tokens. So lots of ways to earn money in PancakeSwap. All right. I'd like to show you a couple of other things here. Let's see. I'm going to switch wallets back to my go-to wallet. Another thing that's nice about MetaMask is you can maintain multiple wallets, right? So let's go to my Pancake wallet. I'm connected now to this wallet. Let's go to home. And I wanted to show you this NFT. I have an NFT profile picture, and then I got like an achievement, which I don't believe is an NFT. It's just an achievement badge, right? I don't know if I could ever sell it or if it's worth anything. It's kind of cool. Rabbits with pancakes and syrup on their heads is hard for me to take serious or put my money near, and it's coming from a dude with a name like mine. Pooed in the cereal. That's funny. The names are kind of crazy. I'm going to show you a couple of others too. We did the bunny and then the bakery. They're all sort of food themed right now. Uniswap is a unicorn. So I don't know. If you believe in fluffy unicorns, then go trade on Uniswap. That's what you want. But I got this NFT earlier, which I thought was pretty cool. I just logged in and they were like, boom, you just got a random NFT. I think he's pretty cool. I could trade it or I could transfer it somewhere else. I'm not going to, but I guess I could transfer it to another Ethereum address. I don't want to take the risk. Don't know what's going to happen to my NFT if I moved it somewhere else. But maybe at some point I could trade it on their marketplace. I don't think the marketplace for their NFTs is active, but you can earn them. All right, pretty cool. I thought I'd show you guys that. Now, I'd also like to show you this one, Kebab Finance, which is a fairly new one. Are we on the homepage? Oh, I got it wants me to connect to Metamask. And there we go. I wanted to point this one out to you guys. It's the same concept, right? You fund the wallet. If you'll notice, it's very similar to the PancakeSwap website. Same code base, right? It's open source code. They just altered it a little bit. See, same balance, my wallet balance, right? I can connect to my MetaMask wallet and trade out of this wallet. But I wanted to show you this. Over in their farming, they have different farming liquidity pool tokens. I created a liquidity pool token with Kebab and BTC Binance. Binance pegged BTC, right? I think it's like $1,000 worth total, right? That I'm participating in the liquidity pool and I'm staking, right? So I have to be careful because BTC and Kebab could like go up or down violently, right? But I just wanted to show you I'm earning, right? I've got 1.2 liquidity pool tokens. I'm earning a pretty good return. I'm also staking over here in the single staking. So what I've been doing is if I go to the home page, it shows both earning pools together. And it says, oh, look, your farms and your staking have earned you 2 Kebab. And this is just from this morning, right? Kebab is $17 a token right now. So 36 bucks a day is pretty good, even though I'm taking that risk. God, this guy. I got some spammers, but I think I've like Kebab, no thanks. Okay, if you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. The only reason I'm doing these tonight is because they just exploded yesterday. And there's a lot of people interested in this stuff. All right, so here we go. Harvest all 2. I have to sign my MetaMask wallet twice because it's harvesting from 2 pools at the same time. It's harvesting the farming pool and the staking pool. All right. Oops, it failed. Okay, I'll try again. Let's see. The other one probably won't. The other one went through, right? So I'll just hit this again. And it'll do both. They should probably both There it goes. Yeah. There it goes. There's one. It'll probably hit the other one will come through too. That was 0. I may have spent a little money by doing them both, but it's okay. I think like the first one was, I was redoing one that was already done. I probably paid about 8 cents for it. I'm not going to sweat it. There, I just harvested what I've been earning in my farming and my staking. Now I'm going to go back over to staking, and I'm going to add more. Those 2 that I just harvested, I'm just going to pop those in there and stake those 2. All right, sign the transaction with my Metamask wallet. Give it a minute. Okay. Looks good, right? So now we got 75 kebab in my staking pool. Notice also that every day when I harvest and restake, and this is the safest one, right? The farming one can be a bit risky, right? I'm taking a risk with that, but I'm also earning pretty good kebab on that, right? I'm earning more kebab on the staking, on the farming liquidity pool staking than I am on the single coin staking. But I'm taking both of those rewards and I keep piling them into the single staking pool as kebab grows. Now, the reason that I'm not an investment advisor, I would like to remind you guys of that. I'm just showing you how this works so that if you would like to do this, you can. But having said that, I would like to mention that when PancakeSwap first came out, PancakeSwap was $1 back last year when I first started farming Pancake. And I was earning Pancake on a daily basis. The price of Pancake has gone up considerably since then. It turned out to be, at the time, I was earning what I thought was a pretty decent return on the low level risk of farming and staking, right? But now that PancakeSwap and BNB are taking off as platforms, the governance token, which is Pancake, has just gone nuts. So kebab is just getting going, right? So kebab is low now, which actually about the same price, but it could go higher, right? It could go be like Bunny. Bunny is $122 right now. And I think when I did my Bunny video, Bunny was like $10, right? So if you're earning the token that you're earning token, by today's standards, I'm earning $20 a day. But who's to say how much that would end up being when the price of this token starts going up, which it could. It could go down. I could lose everything. That's possible, and I'm okay with that, right? But I'm just kind of trying to help you guys get that mindset this is technical, right? This isn't for everybody. It takes some technical expertise. It takes some being able to risk real money, right? This isn't monopoly money, right? This could all go to zero, or I could get devastated with impermanent loss. I know that, right? But I just wanted to show you where we're at and how you do that. So I showed you how to withdraw your proceeds. Remember, how do we withdraw these? We convert to BNB and we withdraw back to Binance, US, right? I don't think there's anywhere else you can sell your BNB tokens. There are other ways to do this, but also could be a little tricky. We've talked about this. If we go back up here to exchange, there's this thing called the bridge, right? I could trade this BNB for Ethereum based, or BTC, right? And then I could withdraw the ETH or the BTC to my own wallet through a conversion mechanism. That's a little more complicated. That's called the bridge, right? It doesn't like me in the US. It won't let me do it in the US. But for example, let's say I traded that cake or kebab or whatever for US Tether, right? And I wanted to move my US Tether from my Binance Smart Chain network because that US Tether is what they call Binance pegged US Tether. But I would like to withdraw it to my own wallet, right? I would go to my own wallet, my Ethereum wallet. I would get my Ethereum address, right? And then I would, well, I got to connect my wallet. It's not going to let me do this because I'll try. Yeah, it's not going to let me do it. But I would connect my wallet and tell it how much I wanted to move. And then it would ask me for my Ethereum address. And it would say, okay, we're going to convert your Binance Smart Chain Tether to regular Tether, and we'll send it to the address that you've requested. And then I would sign it with my Metamask wallet, and it would convert from Binance Smart Chain to Tether, and it would end up in my own wallet. That's another way to cash out. If I used I could do it with BTC, right? I could buy Binance pegged BTC with my cake or my kebab or whatever, and then I could convert it over to the regular Binance or a BTC network, move it to my own wallet, and then cash it out on Coinbase. A little more complicated. And you need a VPN to do it because you're in it won't let you use it in the US. I hope that eventually we'll be able to like start using all of these conversion functions in the US, but as it stands, like the US doesn't like stuff like this. They don't like you to be able to convert your crypto easy. All right. Okay, so that's it. Let me I'm going to scroll up a little bit, see if I missed any questions. I've heard quite a few people having problems with MetaMask in general. What are your thoughts on using it so far? I found it to be a pretty good piece of software. I'm pretty impressed with its versatility. It has its quirks. You saw I had a failed transaction I had to redo once. There's those little bugs with showing the word Ethereum on the Binance Smart Chain side, but that's kind of cosmetic. But overall, I believe it's a good piece of software. You could also use Trust Wallet on these DeFi sites as well, if you're more comfortable with Trust Wallet. If you noticed, it's not here. Yeah, see, you got Trust Wallet, Math Wallet, Token Pocket, Wallet Connect, Binance Chain Wallet. You could actually trade here from within Binance Chain Wallet, I guess. I never even thought about that. I guess you could do that. Yeah, because Binance Chain Wallet is compatible with Binance Smart Chain. All right, it wants me to connect. I guess. I haven't tried it. I have to play around with that one. All right. Okay. Oh, where'd you guys go? You guys like disappeared there for a second. Let me see here. Oh my God. Let me pop out the chat again. It was like the chat window just disappeared and I thought I was disconnected. So I would like to scan up a little bit and see if like I missed any tips or anything like that. like I said, if I missed your question, please, please, please throw them in the an email address. My email address is in the description down below here. There it is right there. So check out the description. Send me an email. If I missed your question, after the stream is over, you'll be able to post comments down below. If you want to throw a comment up, I'll respond to those tomorrow as well. Hey Dad, what's the best way to track my coins gains? Blah, 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 blah. I use CoinTracker.com. I have been using it a while. I'm comfortable with it. There are other services out there. I think Bitcoin.tax or BitcoinTax.com is another one. There's a couple others. Maybe you just Google it. But you connect your, you have to set up APIs on your exchange accounts so that they can monitor your transaction history, and then you can give them your wallet addresses so that they can track all of your sends and receives and transfers, and then they'll help you generate a tax form for your capital gains. All right. Omar, thank you very much. Omar Monero, I like your name. Thank you for that tip. I appreciate it. Okay, Omar, what do you do with the money once you make it? What do you people with hundreds of thousands, millions are making with crypto during this bull run? What's the most lucrative farming pool? There's a lot of pools out there. There is an aggregator that you can use. Whoops, no, sorry. Let's see here. I got to find that one for you. DeFi Station is an aggregator that shows you like all the top pools. Looks like Bakery Swap's doing good now. As I mentioned, most of these are down today because they were just insanely up yesterday, so they're taking a breather. But Omar, you could check out that link there to DeFi Station to kind of get an idea what the best ones are on the Binance Smart Chain. What do you do with this money once you earn it? If you're late to the stream, you might want to rewatch because I showed you how to withdraw your BNB back to an exchange so that you can cash out. So if you want your money and you want to spend it today, then cash out to Binance US or regular Binance. If you're in Europe or Asia, you can use Binance. You can cash out to an exchange, or you can convert it to Bitcoin and cash it out in Coinbase. There's lots of ways to cash out. But that's basically what you do. You have to send it to a centralized exchange and cash out. I wouldn't recommend meeting someone and transferring Bitcoin to them if you don't know them. I mean, you might have somebody you can trust that's willing to take your Bitcoin and they'll give you cash and you could just give it to them in a wallet-to-wallet transfer. But there was a story of some guy in, I don't know, Singapore or somewhere. He had like a couple of million worth of Bitcoin and he wanted to sell it for cash. And he like met these guys online. They met at a hotel. He got in their car. He transferred the Bitcoin to them. And they showed him a bag of money, right? He transferred the Bitcoin to them from wallet to wallet from his phone. And then they just like kicked him out of the car and, kept the money. So it has to be somebody you trust. The best way is if you're like institutional, probably Coinbase is your best bet. If you've got $1 million worth of cash, then deposit it on Coinbase and set up an account with them that you can withdraw cash from, something like that, right? Probably the best. It's going to be easier and easier. Banks, BNY Mellon Bank is going to have crypto custody services, so they would allow you to transfer crypto to them, and they'll hold it for you, and they'd probably set up a corresponding bank account for you that if you decide you want to withdraw cash from, you could do that, right? So more and more banks are going to be having crypto custodial features. Kraken is another good, it's like got a bank license in Wyoming. So I think more and more you'll see an overlap between cryptocurrency exchanges and banks that will allow you access to your winnings or your profits or whatever, however you want to think of it. I personally believe it's better to hold Bitcoin than cash, right? I would, and I would cash out only what I needed rather than like, ooh, I made a bunch of money on a Bitcoin trade, so I'm going to like convert to cash. And then you cash out and then Bitcoin shoots up the next day, right? I prefer to hold Bitcoin long term, right? That's just me. Coinbase Pro, Kraken, good. There's a lot of ways to cash out your crypto now. A lot easier than it used to be. Yeah. Savings bank don't give you much. These single coin pools are not like super high return, but much better than banks, right? So if you want to just stake Cake or one of these other tokens on a DeFi platform like PancakeSwap or Kebab or whatever, it's not that risky because it's single coin. It has nothing to do with the liquidity pool, and you're going to earn high rewards as compared to bank savings accounts. You live in a state that does not allow Binance. Any ideas? You would use the bridge, right? I mentioned the bridge earlier. That's really your only recourse. I'm going to throw a link. I think I threw a link out to it earlier, but I'll throw it again. Yeah, this is called Binance Bridge. It doesn't like us in the US, but if you're over in Europe, then it will allow you to convert your Binance Smart Chain tokens through your Metamask wallet for all kinds of Binance pegged tokens. Like you can buy Bitcoin based Binance token on PancakeSwap or Kebab, right? And then convert it to regular Bitcoin and put it in your own wallet. If you are in New York and you can't convert and you can't send out to Binance US, that would be your recourse, right? Binance Chain, Bridge, Binance Bridge. And then you could convert it to Bitcoin and cash out in Coinbase or Kraken or whatever, right? Whatever exchange you can use from where you are, where you live. All right, guys, I got to go. Good pool for staking Cardano. I would use Daedalus wallet. I don't know the individual pools, so I couldn't give you like the best Cardano pool. You kind of have to do your own research on those. But yeah, you need to download the Daedalus wallet and store your Cardano in Daedalus, and then you can use their staking pools. And then the staking pools have links to their website so you can do your research. Can I transfer Pancake in my Binance to MetaMask directly? If you got Binance, yes. Let me just log into Binance here. I gotta go. This will be the last thing I'll do. What am I doing here? Oh yeah, it's over here. Let's say that I'm Binance. Not Binance US. Doggone it. Ugh. All right, regular old Binance. I think I can still log in, but I can't really do anything because they've flagged me. But they will allow me to log in. Yeah, see, they don't want me to. But they'll let me in. Okay. Oh, that's kind of weird. Okay, so if we go to... Where are we? We need to go to the wall. Oh, it's different than Binance US. I got a little confused there. All right, so if we go to our fiat spot and we go to Cake, right? You can buy Cake on Binance, and if you want to withdraw it directly, see, they allow you to, do they or do they not? They didn't. Oh my God, they used to, but it doesn't look like they do anymore. Huh? They used to, like, if we look at, let's look at BNB. If we want to withdraw BNB, notice they give me the option on Binance, right? They go, oh, where would you like to withdraw? Would you like to withdraw to a regular BNB or a Binance Smart Chain? I'm surprised that they don't do that with Cake. Notice with Cake, they're only going to allow me to withdraw it to a regular Binance address. I'm sorry. They're going to let me draw that directly to Binance Smart Chain, but not the regular Binance. There's Smart Chain. There's not so Smart Chain, right? There's regular chain. So yes, I apologize. I was confused. Yes, you can withdraw Cake off of Binance directly into your MetaMask wallet that's set up for PancakeSwap, right? It goes straight into your Binance address. Right? Your Cake, your MetaMask Binance Smart Chain wallet. It will go right into it, right? I could just like copy this address, go back over to Binance and withdraw that Cake directly to the wallet if you wanted to do it that way. Yes. All right, guys, I got to go. Those of you in the US might be able to get away with a VPN with Binance. It makes it easier, but pretty soon they'll like get you. They'll be like, no, you can't do that anymore. All right, guys, got to go. It's been great. There's that link to Binance Bridge. Got to go. It's been, I will be here next week. Whoops. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please join me again for the live stream from Michigan, where you can throw out questions. Pardon me. And I'll do my very best to get them answered. Hope to see you there. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon.